about boots. And interestingly enough, I thought this would be sorry about that. Are you okay? Yeah, okay, fine. I thought this would be quite funny. Boots have now had to come out and capitulate. Of course they can, because who suddenly gave Boots, the chemist I'm talking about, not things you put on your feet, who suddenly gave Boots the moral high ground to tell us how and when we should have sex and whether or not we should use the morning after pill and then decide how much they're going to charge for it. So I won't be using them again. There are many other pharmacies, aren't there? Boots. Who the hell told you could start telling people how they should live their lives? Well, they've obviously had to say, we're truly sorry. The pharmaceutical company has been criticised after telling the British Pregnancy Advisory Service it was avoiding incentivising inappropriate use. Who the hell do you think you are? It now says it's looking for cheaper alternatives to this is the morning after pill, presumably. The firm said it sincerely apologised for its poor choice of words. Have you sacked somebody? No. Because in the real world, you see, people usually get sacked for making cock-ups like that. No? Okay, fine. The drug cost £28.2 or £28.25 in Boots. Non-branded equivalents £26.75. The branded drug costs £13.50 at Tesco. So my suggestions are you pop along to Tesco, you get it there, or even pop along to get the generic version £13.49 in Superdrug. You know, why Boots should think it can charge that, and then Po-Face say, oh, because we want to make sure people use it properly. Who the hell gave you permission to moralise? Well, they've capitulated, obviously, and said that they're very sorry. Let's talk to Antonia Tully, who's from the campaign and fundraising director for SPUC. Antonia.
Hello.
SPUC, what is that for?
That stands for the Society for the Protection of Unborn Children.
Oh, you must be furious with Boots then, because obviously you wouldn't want unborn or unwanted children coming into the world.
Well, we're disappointed that Boots have caved in to pressure
Oh, I thought it would have been the other way around.
The British Pregnancy Advisory Service.
Who do a fabulous job, may I say.
No, the British Pregnancy Advisory Service don't do a fabulous job.
Well, of course they do a fabulous job.
They are Britain's leading abortion provider.
Yeah.
4,000 unborn babies are killed every week, the equivalent of 20 passenger jet planes crashing. That's not doing a good job.
Of course it's doing a good job. You don't want children born that nobody wants, surely.
Who's saying that nobody wants these children?
Oh, you're saying that women go and get an abortion just for the fun of it? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not saying women go and get abortion just for the fun of it.
Well, then they obviously don't want to have a child, do they?
I say we've got an abortion industry here that treats women very, very badly. We saw earlier this year that it's as little as 22 seconds with one abortion provider to sign a woman up for an abortion. We've got an industry. Women feel that they're on a conveyor belt going into an abortion, and here we have the abortion industry dictating to retailers on the high street how they should price their products. So we're very disappointed. We thought that Boots did act responsibly, and we don't like the morning after pill because one of the many
what do you like, Antonia?
Abortion.
What do you like? You like forcing women into making a choice that they don't really want to make. Is that what you like?
We're not forcing women into making a choice that they don't really want to make. We don't think that abortion is ever the solution to any problem that a woman is facing. The studies are piling up on the adverse physical and mental effects of abortion on women. Abortion is it's a scandal, and it's a total tragedy in this country. There are thousands of women out there.
Oh, get over yourself. For goodness sake, stop being so ridiculous. Stop being so ridiculous. It's got nothing to do with anybody other than the woman concerned and her medical advisors as to what she should do with her body, obviously. It's got nothing to do with you, nothing to do with me, nothing to do with Boots or anybody else.
The unborn baby isn't her body. Even a very tiny, newly fertilised unborn baby, which the morning after pill acts as an abortifacient.
That's
we know.
fine. Listen, Antonia, listen to me. That is fine for you. If that's what you believe, that's the way you live your life. That is absolutely fine. But you have no business dictating to another human being what they do with their body. And if they get into a situation where they find themselves pregnant, they don't want to bring another human being into the world, the best thing that can happen is that they go and see somebody and they get an abortion, they get a termination, they get rid of that unwanted child as soon as possible, because why would you want to bring unwanted children into the world?
No child is unwanted.
Oh, for goodness sake, where do you live? If you're so concerned, go and help those thousands of people who are coming from Syria and other war-torn areas of the world where babies are dying. Already, babies in the world are dying because they're being left in boats that sink and nobody wants them. Why don't you go over there and help those children? Because they're suffering a lot more.
I work for the Society for the Protection of Unborn Children.
And
we're concerned about protecting unborn children, protecting unborn lives, and the women and their mothers.
Yeah, all you're interested in is just interfering in other people's lives, isn't it?
Well, I wonder what the abortion industry is interfering with. It's selling women a lie. It's not telling women that their baby's heart starts to beat.
So women are too stupid, are they? Women are too stupid to know what they want themselves. Is that what you're saying? That women should still continually be treated as if they're not really first-class citizens? That's exactly what you're saying.
When a woman goes to and asks for an abortion, a desperate woman in crisis, she is not being given either the information she needs about the procedure or the help she needs. The number of women who have an abortion and afterwards are racked with deep sorrow and run the risk of their mental health being damaged, and they frequently say, I had the abortion, I felt I didn't have any choice. We've got an industry here that's pushing women through abortions. Nobody's taking a proper check of their mental health, and yet 98%
walking
of
out of the door affects your mental health. It does me anyway.
On those grounds.
Look, I'm getting fed up with this. First of all, I'm getting fed up with people interfering in other people's lives. If what you're saying is true, then people should be given a psychological help as soon as possible. If somebody comes and says, I don't want a child, my life is not suitable to bring a child into the world, I don't have time to have something growing inside me I don't want, I want this removed, and I want it removed now, the sooner the better, then surely it should be made available as soon as possible. Late abortions are appalling. People want to get an abortion as soon as they think, even just a thought, I've missed a period, I think I'll get the morning after pill or whatever. I mean, we want to make it as easy as possible for a woman to make her own decisions, surely, rather than people like you or SPUC or whatever it's called, interfering with other people's lives. Why do people want to interfere with other people so much? I suppose it's religiously motivated, isn't it? I mean, all religions want to interfere with everybody, don't they?
No.
I suppose you are religiously motivated, are you?
No.
Oh, you're not religious then?
I'm talking...
I mean, you're not religious then, are you? Is there any religious view on this or not? If you want to listen, this is a discussion. It's a fairly lively discussion about this. If you want somebody nice to do an interview with you, go to the BBC. Well, you obviously aren't very good at this, are you, Antonia? Otherwise, you'd be putting me in my place, wouldn't you?
Well, my job isn't to put you into your place. My job is to speak out for the millions of unborn children who've been killed by abortion, their mothers who are still suffering.
So any woman who's had an abortion, as far as you're concerned, is a murderess, is she?
No, no woman is a murderess.
So who's responsible for it?
Women are as much victims of an abortion culture, an abortion industry, where women are hardly given the time to consider what they're doing. They're not given enough information about. They're not given enough information about the procedure.
There is no time. Look, as soon as somebody feels they're pregnant, they should be encouraged. Do you want a child? Have you got a life that fits a child? If they are not sure, they should be counselled, obviously, but they should be able to do it as soon as possible. And a woman who goes in and gets a morning after pill doesn't need some flipping organisation like Boots trying to make a bit more money out of them and then pretending they were doing it for moral reasons.
Well, who's making money? I think the abortion industry is making a vast amount of money over through killing unborn babies.
So you'd force every woman to have a child she didn't want, even a child herself who'd been raped and was pregnant. You'd force them to have a child, would you?
We're not forcing women to have...
So when is it okay, in your view, for a woman to have an abortion?
We don't think that abortion is ever the solution to
So then you're forcing somebody who's been raped who doesn't want to have a child to have one?
The only solution we have for women in difficulties who find themselves pregnant and they're in a crisis and they are frightened and panicked about being pregnant, if the only solution we've got is kill your baby, we have failed. We are failing. We're failing women.
Well, you're failing here. That's obvious. So any woman who's been raped, and maybe a girl who's been raped by her father or her uncle who is pregnant, you're going to make them have a child, are you?
No, I'm not going to make them have a child.
So is an abortion all right in that situation?
I'm going to offer them the help and support that they need. Violating a woman after she's raped by offering her an abortion, aborting her baby, that's just one violation after another. And women are being left deeply damaged and scarred by abortion. And we're saying there is another way. Women deserve much better than abortion as a solution to their problems, because abortion is never a solution.
So you're quite happy, SPUC is quite happy, then, for a woman to have to go through pregnancy with a child that has been shoved in her body by somebody who raped her, who has caused her huge trauma, and she's going to have that child, bring it up and look at it, and have all those emotional problems. SPUC is quite happy for that to happen. And don't tell me you're not, because you just did. And don't think I'm going to forget the question I asked you because you go on about something else. So when is it ever, in your view, is it ever permissible for a woman to have an abortion? And if your answer to that is no, then you say that a woman, a girl, a young girl who's been raped, who's pregnant, has got to go through pregnancy. That's really charitable, isn't it?
Charity is looking after every person involved in this situation, is looking after the woman.
Do you not even have a little worry in your mind that you're defending this sort of behaviour? Do you not even have a little worry in your mind that you're saying that a girl who has been raped has got to have a child because that presumably is your religious or your moral view? And you want to push that on other people because you're not...
We're not pushing anything on anybody.
Would you like to see abortion illegal? Would you like to see abortion illegal?
I would like to see abortion unthinkable, because it's really not normal.
Well, there we are. You're pushing it on other people, aren't you? There you are. You're forcing it on other people, aren't you? Because of your views.
I'm just saying it's not normal to want to kill children.
It's not normal for you to want to push your view on somebody else. And it's not normal for you to say that I think if a girl has been raped by a member of her family, by a stranger, by anyone, that she should have to have that child. That is not normal.
It's not normal to abandon. And
aren't you embarrassed about this interview today? Are you not embarrassed about what you know, that your stance is that if a girl is raped, she should still have to go through pregnancy and have a child? Are you not embarrassed about that?
No, I'm not embarrassed, because I feel there are probably people, women out there listening to me, who are hurting because of their abortion. And I don't really want to talk to you. I want a message to them that there are people who can help you, who can support you, and help you with the healing that you need to get over the abortion experience. Those are the people that I want to talk to and that I want to reach out to. And women do come to us, and we do help them, and we do heal them, and we do help them find peace after the awful experience of making the decision for an abortionist to kill their baby, for them to recognise that it was their baby growing inside them, not part of their body, a completely unique, separate individual who only needed 9 months inside the environment of their mother's womb in order to have life. And we're living in a country now where we've got an abortion industry where women are treated so badly by that industry. They're not being given the information they need about the procedure. As I said, they don't know about their unborn baby. And it's a very profound thing to make a decision to kill your baby. And if that has happened to you, please come to us and we will help you.
Well, I have enjoyed immensely speaking with you. You might not like speaking to me, but I have enjoyed immensely speaking to you, because I hope people have seen what you're offering them. And if they are sympathetic to you, then I'm sure they will call you. If they're not, then I'd be fascinated to hear what their views are. Thank you very much indeed, Antonia Tully from SPUC. Your views. Abortion, should it be made as simple as possible, or should it never, ever be allowed?